You're good now. Hi everyone, happy Friday. So we're here again. A whole week goes by pretty quickly, doesn't it, David?
Indeed it does.
I have here David Von Cannon. For those of you who don't know him, he is the owner of D&E Associates. What does that mean to you? Well, he's my IT guy. You all need one. Everybody needs an IT guy, right?
Absolutely.
And David's also a chamber member, and we've known each other for a very long time. He's very good. So tell us what it means to be an IT guy.
It means understanding computers and networks, and more importantly, how people use computers in their daily lives and in their work. We all have to use computers now as a means of communication and as a productivity tool in our work. I don't know of any business now that isn't dependent on computers and computer systems to get their job done.
Absolutely.
So it's not only understanding how a computer works, but it's understanding how you use your computer. After all, at the end of the day, a computer is nothing more than a business tool. It's not an end to itself, it's a tool.
So do you recommend, I know for us, we call you a lot in emergency situations when things go wrong, but do you recommend that everyone should have an IT person that comes and does like maintenance and keeps your computer system at a pace where it doesn't have that emergency requirement?
My experience has been that if you do maintenance on a regular basis, you have fewer emergencies.
Okay.
Things are up to date. They just tend to operate better. It's just like a car. You change the oil, you rotate and balance tires. Computer systems need maintenance as well. You need to update the software. You need to make sure that any potential malware is removed and cleaned out. You need to make sure that your users are aware of potential hazards. And that's all part of maintenance. It's all part of education. It's all part of ongoing learning. And I think that's vitally important to any business.
Exactly. I know a few times where I have called you in emergency situations, it seems like my right arm got cut off or something because I can't do my work and I can't function.
Exactly. As I said, computers today are just an absolutely essential tool of the business. And when they're not working, that means your business is handicapped.
Exactly. So tell us a few, I know that you have a lot of different customers and stuff, but aside from us being the most funnest, what's your most challenging customer? Like something that's really big, big server, big mainframe?
I think probably my most challenging customer is in fact my largest. They have multiple servers and a complicated network. They do a lot of international work. So it's always a challenge making sure that we have adequate protections in place, adequate backups, and again, education of the user. They have several complicated applications, and even though they have long-term employees, education is ongoing.
It is always, education is really,
it really is.
It's important. And I know that if something went wrong, I'm not sure that I could really, I'm pretty good with the computers, but I don't think I could figure it out to the point where I could get it up and running again. So, like, again, it's always really great to have somebody that can do the work and come out and help you in an emergency situation. I know for us, David has come out when we've had a computer crash, when we had no memories because we take so many pictures and we had to put more memory cards into our server. Our cameras, we have cameras, and those also need help, so that was another thing that he helped us with. What has been, have you had any recent malware things that you've come across that has been really interesting?
Yeah, I recently had a customer get hit with a ransomware attack, and one machine on their network was in fact corrupted with the ransomware attack. The interesting part to me is that we were able to recover fairly quickly, and because of careful backups, we didn't lose any data at all.
Wow.
And it was isolated to one machine on the network, not all of them. So even though the ransomware got through all of the precautions we had put in place, it was still isolated to one machine, and we were able to recover quickly.
That's great. That is awesome.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, how wonderful for that business.
Yeah.
That you were able to help them. And how long were they down?
That one machine was down over the weekend while I rebuilt it, but it was just a weekend.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
42, 43 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a really long time. So
Yeah.
you know yourself.
Pretty well. Pretty well.
That's great.
A fair amount of experience.
Mm-hmm. And you do this all solo, like you don't have anybody working with you.
I have other people that I work with. If I don't have a particular skill set, I have other people that I can call on.
Okay.
But I would also say that the secret to my business is I don't have to know everything. I either have to know where to look or who to call. Mm-hmm. And Google is my friend. And before Google, it wasn't as complicated a world, but now it's a very complicated world. There's many different applications, there's many different computer systems. Every company uses it slightly differently. So it's very, very important to keep an open mind. Even though you think you've seen something before, that might not be true. I get surprised all the time, and as I said, Google is my friend.
Absolutely. So no two things are alike, is what you're saying.
Seldom.
Okay.
Even though it may look like it, it's seldom exactly the same.
So is there any questions out there yet? There is? Okay.
Question for Rafia. How has going digital improved your business?
Well, I think you have to, and like David said, in every business you have to, have the computers, all the technology to do everything. We have, we do a lot of graphics here, so we need all of that stuff. We need, somebody who can not only run all of that and know the programs and everything, but someone who keeps all of our data in touch. We back everything up. We don't want to lose any of the hard work that we've done on taking the photography or editing any of the pictures. So yes, it's helped tremendously. And in our business, in my business, honestly, you need to have all of that. You can't survive without a photo these days,
And then I have a question for David. David, what's your best recommendation for cloud storage for a company instead of a physical backup or network?
What I recommend to all of my customers is you should have 3 copies of your data. You have the local copy that you're working on your machine, you have a local backup, and then a cloud backup. The purpose of the local backup is to restore a single file or folder that you may have accidentally deleted. The cloud backup saves you in case of fire, flood, earthquake, drought, theft, things like that. In terms of cloud backups for businesses, there are many different options today. And Microsoft has a number of different options ranging from what they call an archival storage, which doesn't cost you anything until you touch it. If you retrieve something from it, there is a charge for that. But just to store stuff, there's no charge for that. Then other services charge by the month or by the year, depending on how much storage you need. So there are options out there for companies of every size and every use profile. It's just a matter of finding the one that fits your business the best.
Great. Where can they find you?
I can be found at D&E Associates or David at D&E Associates. And I'm around Culver City all the time. So
He's a chamber member, so you can also find him through the Culver City Chamber. We have tagged him on our post, so you can find him through that, and he'll be happy to come out and give you a quote of what you need, and his charges, his fees are very reasonable. So I think everyone should have an IT guy, and I'm happy to have my IT guy be my friend. So any more questions before I make my drink? So today we are going to make a late night lemonade. David likes wine, so we have paired together a very simple drink that we can do with the lemonade and wine. And then for today's jewelry, we sort of picked some of those same colors. These are some lemon topazes with some pink topaz. And then we just did some like clear white topaz and pearls over here. And then of course we have our little saying necklaces. We got our newest and latest necklace. I won't say it on the air. But it's for those people that, you know, just want your necklace to speak for itself, and you encounter those that are not as kind and should be. So that's what we have here today that we're showing, and I'm wearing one as well. And I've got a little pearl choker on. She's getting really close. So our drink, our late night lemonade, is just a very, very simple drink that we're going to pair with the Chardonnay, some lemonade. Oh. And I'm going to pour a little bit of lemonade in here. You can do to whatever your desired amount is. And then you're just going to put some white wine, or like in this case it's a little Chardonnay. I can already smell it. Smells so good. And you can just do a little garnish of lemon. And it's a beautiful drink. It's kind of cold still here in Culver City in California. And we're still adjusting to being so cold all the time. Pretty soon you'll hear us complaining about the heat. So this is a good drink, I think.
Yeah.
You know, could go for summer or for a late night.
That's tasty.
It's tasty. You like it?
Yeah, I do like
All
that.
right. So now he's ready to come and help you guys with your IT needs. Again, you can find David. He's tagged on our post, and you can also call him or text him or however. I'll put down his phone number there. Thank you for watching. Happy Friday. See you guys next week. Bye.
Thanks for listening.